I didn't come in. I didn't really know it was supposed to be like the mature label show. I just noticed like this is a much more mature show, and it's not jokey. It was more of just more closer to a brutal crime show. So I wasn't expecting or looking for the extra gore and the extra violence. To me, it was like, man, this is a step up. And it doesn't have a lot of stuff people have been complaining about with the Marvel movies and even other TV shows. It stays pretty focused on just this crime stuff and Echo herself or her mission.
See, I disagree that it's not jokey. Because I think that's where the tones don't really mesh very well. Because I think that there's a level of cuteness here from like you see in the other shows that doesn't really jive with the violence that they do here. Double Toasted Live in Los Angeles is going to be Saturday, April 27th for a night of comedy games and that after party. So not just Marvel, but Disney Marvel. Let me put that emphasis on there. Disney Marvel. Disney Marvel finally going hard out there, man. Finally getting dirty. Finally doing something for the grown-ups out there. And who better to get down and dirty with than a villain? No, not this man right here. We talking about his protege. We talking about Echo. Echo, who has so much villainous potential that she was adopted by Marvel's biggest crime lord, the Kingpin, out there. And now she got her own show. This January, Martin. Prepare yourself for, I guess, all marginalized groups rolled up in one. She brown, a woman, deaf, one leg. Yeah. They crossed off a lot of boxes with this one.
They did it that.
This one gonna be a hit.
Disney say we don't owe shit to nobody. Oh, shut up. Yeah, man. But this is the first Marvel show on Disney Plus to be mature rated. And finally doing something different. People, that's what they say. Your problem, Disney, is that you all about that kiddie stuff.
Yeah. Always with the jokes.
You're always playing, always joking around, always trying to make these kids happy. That's your problem. You need to grow up. That's what you need to do. You need to hit puberty. Yeah. Stop kidding around. So is Echo, is that the answer to a lot of problems, or at least some of the problems that Marvel is going through right now? Because they said, Marvel, you ain't what you used to be. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, which a lot of people have seen already, but let's go ahead and just look at this again, the trailer for Echo. And this is already premiered. All episodes have dropped as of this recording right now. It's 5 episodes. So it's important to let people know that we only watched 3 because that's all they sent us. So whatever we say about this, it could possibly change after we watch all 5 episodes. But for right now, you just get our review of 3. How do we feel about those 3? Let's take a look at this trailer and we'll be back to tell you. Oh shit, am I deaf? I'm trying.
I don't hear it either.
Okay, I know.
What you talking about?
You should have just looked at me like, oh no. Where are my powers? I thought the trailer had more sound than this in the beginning. Let me see. Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Like, shit.
Nigga, what? I'm traumatized.
Shit, I just saw you beat the shot at Mr. Softy. How you gonna fucking tell me not to be afraid?
Like, he ain't gonna do nothing.
You got blown his head. Hey, come here, girl. Get some of this ice cream. She's like, no, that's all right. I just lost my appetite. I think I can hear now. That's okay. Tell you, I was so excited when I saw this trailer right here, because I'm one of the people that have said that, yeah, give it time. Everybody laughed at me. let me just remind you. Everybody laughed at me. I said, they're going to bring in the Punisher and all that kind of stuff later on.
Oh, here you go, this Punisher talk.
I got to remind people. Because y'all said, you full of shit, Corey. But I told y'all, I said, Disney's they're going to grow up sooner or later, man. When they have to. Once old Frank Castle comes in and then Blade got to come in there. People ain't going to start taking that, all that kiddie shit. You got
Deadpool on the way.
Deadpool on the way. I said, so, they're going to have to compromise at some point. So with everything that's been going on with Marvel and people talking about how Marvel's fell off and you try something new, very excited about this trailer and very excited about this show. So let me tell you what I do like about this show before I start passing on to everybody right here. Let me just say that I really like, and I don't know if I'm gonna say her name right, but Alaqua Cox. I don't know.
That sounds right, maybe.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Alaqua Cox.
Yeah, she can't hear me anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. She's looking right there.
I heard you.
Gonna take that chance.
She's like, I read lips, bitch. Let me just say that I really enjoyed her. She's very good in this, man. With her, man, I don't know if her acting powers are greater to compensate for her handicaps, like she has to emote more or what, but she's better than some actors that can talk and hear. As far as again, emoting. Because I think she's effective for whatever the character has to tackle. When she has to be dramatic, her dramatic scenes are good. The character also has to be humorous in some parts. I am very impressed with her fighting skills in this, man. She is a very capable physical performer. She kicking ass with that one leg.
Well, that's the thing. So often they have the female actresses in these roles where they're supposed to be badass fighters.
Yeah.
But you get somebody like Zoe Saldana, who's a twig, and like, all right, I got to turn my brain off and just pretend like you can actually beat up a man.
Yeah,
right.
But this woman right here, shit.
She got the physique.
Yeah, she got the physique. She got the physicality.
Exactly.
It's totally believable when she's beating the shit out of men.
Oh, hell yeah. And y'all think I'm making a joke about her having one leg? No, believe me, I'm complimenting her for that.
Yeah.
I'm complimenting her for that. Just like I said, she beating up people like she got 5 legs on her. I mean, and she, like I said, man, I don't know if she's a trained fighter or what, but these are the action choreography is just that good. But she's excellent in these fighting scenes. These fighting scenes are very, very good. Look at that. Look at that, man. She moving so fast you can't even see her.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Look at that.
Damn.
And she had some personal beef with that dude right there. I ain't gonna say what he did, but he had that ass whooping coming. Don't you feel bad for that dude right there?
Wait, let me get. Was he deaf too?
No. He might be now. And she beat them ears up.
Nice.
Now it's nice.
You want some too? Hey, we're on the same team. Hey. So, now that is where the mature rating with this really comes in and is very effective, because the reason why I believe these fight scenes are so well done is because they're more brutal now because of the mature rating. So the emphasis is straight up on contact. They have a lot of scenes that are done with one shot. It's not as edited as some of these other shows. It's not as choppy. So there's also, as you can see right here, there's a lot of high energy, nimble camera work that goes on. And that kind of action is very good for what people want to see with some of these other characters. Like, look, it's no surprise now. It already leaked. There's a cameo by Daredevil in this. This is leaked footage right here. Those fights that you saw in Netflix, especially on Daredevil, the Daredevil series, that getting very close to that. Especially when you have Daredevil come in.
I thought it was a good mix between the Netflix fighting style and how he was on She-Hulk. Because he's a lot more nimble here.
Yeah, he sure is.
And moving like when I watch, I go like, this is how I saw Daredevil in the comics. Especially the way he's able to throw his billy club around.
Oh, yeah. Although I will say, when I say this is a Daredevil cameo, it feels like a cameo, like he was forced into this for me at least, because he's more popular than he's more popular than his character Echo. So I had to have somebody here to pull him in.
That's often a thing. You do a spinoff, but you have that main character from the show they spun off from come by and just say hi to him.
Just so I can watch it.
Yeah, he's so forced into this. I thought at the end of his scene, like he was gonna take a bow and be like, "Well,
you thought it was forced because I thought it worked really well within the story for what they were doing."
Yeah, it felt. I mean, I didn't mind it, but it felt like he was just in there because they had to have Daredevil in there because people wanted Daredevil in there. Like I said, I felt like he's gonna take a bow at the end and be like, "Thank y'all. I'll see y'all later now. Hey, enjoy Echo. Bye."
But Kingpin said something to her where almost to the point of, "I set this up. Just want to see how you would do against him."
Yeah. No, it's like I said, it's nothing that I'm heavily criticizing this for. I got some other criticisms for this show right here, but that's not one of them. It's because it's a great fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
So those fights they feel very real, look very real.
The Kingpin, aka Wilson Grant Fisk. And so if you like Vincent D'Onofrio from the Netflix shows, then I don't see why you wouldn't like him here. Actually, he's one of my favorite things in this show right here. So I did you see this? You didn't watch this?
I think he's better in this iteration than he has been in any of the others.
Do you?
Including the Daredevil Netflix?
Yeah.
See, I like him, but overall, because I don't think he's doing too much different from what he did before. It's not like Hawkeye where he was way more cartoonish than that.
Yeah.
No, I liked him here. I'm gonna say this. If you are expecting the same level of mature rating as you did from the Netflix show, stop that right now. This is because that's not, for me, that's not what you're gonna get. This is what you're getting here is Netflix light.
I was say it's still Disney at the end of the day.
It's still, it feels like to me it feels like the other Disney Plus shows with just a little bit more blood. You get to see some of the Marvel characters be a little bit more violent than they were in some of the other Disney shows. And I would say that's the biggest difference. I think that they're just showing a lot more blood. That's it. Before they didn't show a whole lot of blood, or they showed very little. Here there's, you see people getting blood splattered out of them. You see people with blood on them after they get killed. But that's probably it that at least in my perception, it never gets as violent as the Kingpin turned a dude's head into jello with a car door. Or the Punisher gouging a dude's eyeballs out with his thumbs and his bare hands. It never gets to that level right there. And plus, there's no F-bombs. There's nothing really racy or sexual with this. So, to me, a lot of people expecting that same level of Netflix violence or intensity or that same mature rating from those. I don't think that they actually do that. And I think and I even think that, since it's, to me, it feels like some of the other Disney Plus shows that we have, it doesn't really work well with this mature rating. For me, I don't, let me just say this. For people looking at this and saying that this is going to be the big turning point for Marvel with this show right here, I don't think that's going to be the case at all.
Well, I guess it depends on what you come in expecting, because I didn't really know it was supposed to be like the mature label show. I just noticed like this is a much more mature show, and it's not jokey. There's not other superheroes coming in, other than Daredevil, but you don't have a lot of that. It's not trying to connect to the bigger universe so much. It was more closer to a brutal crime show. So I wasn't expecting or looking for the extra gore and the extra violence. To me, it was like, man, this is a step up. And it doesn't have a lot of stuff people have been complaining about with the Marvel movies and even other TV shows. It stays pretty focused on just this crime stuff and Echo herself or her mission.
See, I disagree that it's not jokey. Because I think that's where the tones don't really mesh very well. Because I think that there's a level of cuteness here from like you see in the other shows that doesn't really jive with the violence that they do here. And it's mainly from her family. You know, it's not because it's now, you know, is it Ant-Man level? No. Is it close for me? Yeah, kinda. I mean, yeah, they got it because I mean, listen, you know, they got a dude, the funny cousin here.
Yeah.
You know, Biscuits.
Yeah.
Complete with the funny name, the dog sidekick. You know, now I think the family is cool. I do like the family dynamic. Don't get me wrong. I think that those scenes are pretty good, and I like the actors. Graham Greene, this dude. Whenever you need an old Native American, they call him.
Yeah.
And Tantu Cardinal, who I know I've seen before.
She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She was just in The Killers of Flower Moon.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah.
So again, if you need an old Native woman, Native American woman.
No, anytime you need that, it's always her.
Yeah. Them two got it on lock.
You got to go through them if you want that role.
Yeah. The moment rumors of a Native American movie being made, they know they're gonna get a phone call. Look at he just waiting right now. Yeah.
I wish you would try to hit this role.
Yeah, you know you're gonna call me. Come on, stop bullshitting. And your boy that was that werewolves buddy
in Twilight.
Yeah, in Twilight.
Oh shit, that's him.
Yeah, Chask Spencer. Now it ain't
Not Jacob.
It ain't Jacob. No, that ain't Jacob.
Damn,
he changed, man.
No, he's like
really
Jacob's older brother or something.
No, that's not Jacob. No, that's Chask Spencer. He was his older brother, cousin or something. All of them are very good. But like I said, I believe that there's a lot of humor in their scenes. And sometimes it is close for me to Ant-Man level comedy that they're doing there. It's just very cute. And it's just, you know, to me, it's not really, it's just, like I said, the level of violence that they have here, those tones don't always flow together very well. The story is okay, but it's most interesting to me when you have Maya in the Kingpin and you got this focus on their story. And it's focused on, this whole thing is like a revenge story. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but she's trying to get back at Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, for a certain reason. And I love the origin story of them and how they got together. I like the scenes where you see her being mentored by him. Mm-hmm. You know, she's becoming his protege. And like I said, I enjoy Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. I really enjoy this version of the Kingpin in the MCU.
To your final lesson, you and I, we are the only ones we can trust.
Well, they hear him.
Well, you gotta tell me twice. Yeah. I was leaving anyway.
Yeah. I like that story. Now, my problem is that I think that this particular story, there's a distraction to it. I think that there's a mystical element to this, and it involves a lot of flashbacks. And you probably saw some of that when we played the trailer, or when the trailer first came out. You saw that there was a lot of imagery of Native Americans looks like another period, like from another time. Looking for in the trailer right here, can't find it. But they do a lot of flashbacks to centuries ago, old period back then that's connected to this mystical storyline right here. And we don't really know what's happening with those flashbacks too much. Like right there. You know, we don't really get a whole lot of explanation for it, like scenes like right here. And I think it's really, for me, it's taken away from the characters that I'm here to see that I was just talking about, you know, a lot of stuff between Kingpin and Maya, a lot of the, as you say, the criminal element that's going on that we don't, often see in this way with some of these Disney shows or these Marvel shows. It feels like they're padding the show out with these. It's like, it's just, for me, it's just, you're not going to explain it too much. Now, it might be explained and it might have a huge payoff for when we get to episodes 4 and 5, which you haven't seen yet. But for right now, it just feels like it's really taken away from the main story, which I think we could actually get through, a lot quicker if we didn't have these disruptions here. But that's like I said, that's just me. I got some other things I didn't like here either, but I don't want to complain too much. So you go ahead.
Okay. I felt the complete opposite about that. I love this mystical story that's kind of playing in the background. And knowing there's 2 more episodes, I was like, it's got plenty of time to pay off. I think that with Maya's character, with her showing up in Hawkeye, it's like I liked her, but I don't like her. Like her character is she's I don't think she's really a likable character.
No, she's not.
Because she's just mad all the time, which I think is brave to have your main character be somebody that you don't actually like, but you can't help but respect her. As far as the family goes, I never saw it was never jokey on an Ant-Man level. I mean, there's some humor there because there needs to be. Otherwise, it would just always be too serious. But you get to know the family because they aren't even like jokey in that Blue Beetle level. They're just, some of them are humorous, but a lot of them are serious. But this sort of you getting to know them and like them because all this stuff she's doing, she's bringing all this crime and violence and nonsense to their community. So I felt on edge, like, man, what are you going to do to these people? Like, these people who you grew up with, who love you. And she's just so like, I don't give a shit. I'm on edge about what's going to happen with her. And in this story, this mystical element from the past, it made me think of Miss Marvel and how often that misstepped and how this is doing something similar, but fixing all that. Because with Miss Marvel, and you didn't see that, but it was a lot of, man, we got diversity and we're showing culture. Yeah. It's like, right on, man. Well, that's cool. I like that. So tell me about the story. Oh, the story. We got diversity and culture. And you're like, well, okay, this is not going to be compelling at all. But here, the mystical stuff is playing. It's a mystery right now because you're with 3 episodes in, you're getting little flashbacks, but it's not explained. But you know that within the last 2 episodes, it's got to come to something. But in the meantime, this story of watching Maya and her mission, it's awesome to watch her kick ass and just see the forces come together and what's going to happen, especially between her and the Kingpin. This is fascinating to me.
I don't think this is well written. I think some of the characters here, I think, like I said, I agree with you. The most fascinating stuff is between Kingpin and Maya. I think that's the strongest element here because once you get to some of these, first of all, the beginning, from the first episode, it was kind of choppy to me because they took pretty much what happened in Hawkeye and what should have been sort of like a short recap, they just kind of re-edited it to be like, the first 5 minutes of this show. It was kind of retreading that in a way. And I don't think it was like even retreaded that well. And I don't like some of these other characters. I just don't think that they're written very well either. Like you have one of the main thugs of the Kingpin, one of his side guys who's handling business off site. He's I thought that like that guy.
Oh yeah, he's always like a Russian boss.
Yeah. I thought he was just a sneering gang leader wearing black and wearing leather, always walking with that swagger, coming to the room, speaking and billing too hard. You heard it, boys. Pay him. All the characters are so stupid that they're just cartoon characters too. I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. I think it's a fun watch, but I don't think it's anything that's really standing out as much from any of the other Marvel shows that are just all right. After watching 3 episodes, right now, at this point, it's just a decent rental to me. I hope that everything connects in a better way. I hope that this pays off, near the end. I don't know. For me, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix some of the problems that I just said, like poorly written characters like this guy, at least for, my point of view. But we'll see, I was eager to watch this today, but they dropped the episodes too late and we had to go to a screening. Yeah. So like I said, I'm eager to see where this goes. And if anything's going to have me sticking around, it's some of the characters that I already thought did a good job when they were on Netflix, mainly Vincent D'Onofrio. And also, as much as I'm saying that he's just a cameo, it does make me anticipate. I don't know if we're seeing more in this series right here. That's why I say this might be a cameo. I don't know if he's going to come back. But it does make me anticipate what they will do with Daredevil as far as seeing the action. But if I'm going by the writing, it also has me concerned what they'll be doing with Daredevil. But at the same time, I have to wait and see. So, I think I want to be fair to this and come back later on this week and give y'all a recap or give you a complete review with the last 2 episodes.
That makes sense. That's fair.
But so I'm not really being hard on this as much as I sound right now. But like I said, if you want to know my impression of watching it right now, it's just a decent rental, man. I'm not really, it's nothing that's wowing me at the moment, but it's it's modestly entertaining.
Okay. Well, I am wowed. It's given me a lot of what I've been wanting from this. To me, this is my favorite thing they've done in quite a while as far as these shows go. And it's a low full price for me.
Nice. I hope it will be for me too by the end. You know, Martin, for once I'm you. Man, just enjoy something. I want to be there. Yeah. You know, I really at the end, I hope I feel like you. I hope I am you. You know what? At the end of this, by episode 5, if I like it as much as you do, I'm gonna come in dressed like you. I'm gonna come in with a hat.
Do all that.
I'm gonna be you at the end. See what you mean.
Hey, I might be you. With a V-neck.
Can I draw hair in on you?
Like, man, they screwed the pooch. It was all good till the end.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.